file shows no
Engine
kills,
swaps.
and it takes 2. Shame. We barely got to know each other. I know where you keep your
10mm socket.
Suppose that's something. True. How did he die? Your contact? Not well.
Oh, there goes the engine wobbling. Left it idling for a bit, and now we're doing this.
Made you feel it, did he? Well, you needn't worry. The second is...
Yes, considerably. Right, so that's the engine out again. Ooh, there it is. Nothing in there. And here it is. This one's the dead one. This one's the hopefully not dead one. So taking the gearbox off already. And this is the clutch that is maybe in the one we're at. I don't know. I'll have to take it off and see. We'll have a look compared to the other one. And then this is the new engine. So this is from Clio, so a loom I'd hoped I'd be able to reuse, but this is the connections that go into the fuse box. And this is the Twingo one. Don't need to be a rocket scientist to tell those are quite different. So, frustratingly, you're going to have to take the loom off this engine, put it on this one. Everything should still be all in the same place because it's the same core engine, hopefully. Alright, so what do we need to take off this engine? Put on that one. Gearbox. The 2 lambda sensors / O2 sensors, one there. The cat, because this is worth some money. It is not present here, and I guess they took these as well because they're worth a few bob as well. Beyond that, it should just be a case of the loom. And then all the service items I put on this one, I'll put on that one, like the oil filter. Actually, I don't know if this has got any oil in it. Should probably check that. Well, that's the cat and the 2 lambda sensors off. I don't know how I did these up, but I clearly must have used the wrong one, or wrong studs, because that just sheared off by hand. So I think I best go buy yet another new turbo gasket set to put on this one, because 2 of them, where is it? I think I used the wrong size. One's on here because focus. When I tried to undo this, it didn't actually undo the copper nut, it just undid the stud itself. And the other one just sheared off in the same place. This goes in there. That goes on it, and then the cat goes on there. Or not. Well, we'll crack on. Oh, and for everyone that was like, oh, these double washers aren't going to hold your manifold on. Well, yes, it didn't really go on a track, but these are still as solid as the day they went in. There is not a millimetre of wiggle there. Right, that's the loom off. That was a lot easier than I remember it being putting it on the first time. So I think it's just the upper engine mount, really, is the only other bit to transfer off, because everything else should be on it. Right, it doesn't really show it because of cameras, but it's getting quite dark out here. Yeah, 9 o'clock in the evening, given that it's summer. It looks pretty bright, but it's getting hard to flip and see anything. So I think the last thing I'm going to do is take off the injectors off this one and the plugs. Actually, no, they can stay in, because then most things about this that I care about are off it. So if water does get on it, it's not the end of the world. Maybe could take the coil pack off as well. We'll see. We're not going to do that tonight because they are some real crusty 8 mils, and I can't be bothered to go get the proper size sockets for them. I only have down to 10 here at the moment. So yeah, let's tidy it all away. I mean, by tidy it I mean throw builder's bags over it. I hope it doesn't rain too much. Another issue with everything disconnected is the boot is electrically controlled, so it doesn't actually open from the outside anymore. So I need to go find the manual release, which is in there somewhere, which means doing some agility. Right, we got to the back, so apparently I need to wangle this off. And then move this switch one way. Oh, magic. Well, that's a lot easier to get to now than going through there.